Fire, 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 fire.
Chat, sit up in your chair. You're about to get blasted by woman knowledge. And by woman knowledge, I mean white woman knowledge. A generation of women are realizing that non-committal, forever boyfriends are a very poor substitute for a husband and father of your children. And the picture is of a woman holding a pregnancy pea stick, and it says, "My ex stole my childbearing years. Does he owe me compensation?" And it has 7 million impressions on Twitter, 11,000 comments. Chat, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm getting whiplash from how retarded this is. There's so many things that don't make any sense. Like, first of all, if you want to have babies and your boyfriend doesn't, then why are you with him? Like, this is honestly just a skill issue. It's really that simple. It's not that deep. Date people that you want, that want what you want. If you want to have kids and your partner doesn't that seem kind of like a deal breaker? Like, so leave and find someone else who does. Like, why is it the guy's fault and he needs to compensate you? In what universe? How's it our ex's fault? Because they're stupid. It's not their fault. It's just stupid. Second of all, why does this only, like, go in one direction? What if the guy wants babies and the girl doesn't? Would she owe him compensation? Oh no, of course not. Like, what even constitutes as compensation? Do you have to be a certain age? Do you have to be with them for a certain amount of time? How is the government gonna track that shit? Are you stupid? How would you ever legislate or litigate this? This is so fucking retarded. Like, the more I think about it, the more retarded it gets. Like, I can't believe someone was actually stupid enough to make a graphic for this tweet and then imply that there's an article about it too. And then hit tweet. Yeah, this is gonna go over well. This is gonna go over wonderfully. Trying to find an excuse to milk money for money? Yeah, I know, it's gross. Guys don't have a limit on childbearing years? Exactly, so like, it goes both ways, bitch. New attempt to milk money of their men of their money by leftover women. Yes, let me prove that we were together 10 years ago and now I'm a dried up fucking swamp hag and I want money from you. Like, what? What are we doing? Also, can we just address this? Why is she looking at a pregnancy test in the picture? Does this not imply that they were like trying to have kids if she's testing herself? So then that implies that men would owe you compensation even if they wanted to have kids but they're infertile and it's not their fault. Or even better, does it imply that she's hoping she gets pregnant on accident? Like, there's so many things here to unpack. Like, what does this image imply, you know? What are you implying here? I'm scratching my shin here. Is it a VTuber meme reference? I don't know. Don't overthink the illustration? Then why use it? Why use it? It's so it stole my childbearing years. Stole my childbearing years, by the way. You have like fucking 15 years to have kids. Longer if you're willing to have a high-risk pregnancy. I think it was at like past 35. I mean, actually, I would argue even longer because some people can get pregnant earlier than that. So like, how the fuck do you date somebody for 15 years and not understand that they don't want to have kids? You can also freeze eggs. I've heard that's like not amazing compared to like freezing sperm, but that's besides the point. Like, is this not a conversation that you've had at some point with your partner or your husband or boyfriend? Did you just decide to never like talk it out ever in your fucking decade and a half long relationship? How? And another thing, how are you not married after being together for 15 years? I like, the more I think about it, just the more retarded it gets, man. Does he owe compensation? Like, this post in one sentence, honestly, and a picture, and it's just so fucking retarded and out of touch, it deserves an award. One of the dumbest posts I've seen in probably like the last 2 to 3 years. Like, this is why people say women shouldn't vote. What the fuck are we even talking about? Does he owe me compensation? No, you owe him a fucking apology for being this fucking stupid and having to deal with your stupid ass. Oh my god, man. 15 years is longer than most marriages? Exactly, dude. Can I be compensated for reading too much stupid? Honestly, I'll allow it. Oh, man. So Jessica says, yes, men should have to pay extra taxes for being single after age 30. Those taxes can go towards financial incentives for married couples to have children. That solves birth rates. Boom. You're welcome. Do I keep reading? This is so dumb. The reason men specifically need to be sorry. The reason men specifically need to be taxed extra, especially above a certain tax bracket, is to eliminate the more money, more bitches incentive for success. But that's what women want. You just go on Instagram and that's literally all you see about how men have to make 10 figures, man. Oh my god. Ideally, a man's incentive for success should come from providing for his family. It is best if men settle down to avoid men wasting women's productive years. I'm sorry. I can't read this. This is so retarded. This is the most Femcels shit I've ever seen. I know, and I'm having to read this crap. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep a straight face. I'm sorry. Let me finish this last paragraph. I've got tears in my eyes. Alternatively, maybe you can get out of single tax if you are a new registered relationship for less than 2 years. The government keeping track of your relationship, that's not even marriage. Oh, that gets all the relationships registered so that people cannot cheat without the side pieces knowing. I'm gonna have an aneurysm. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. So let me get this straight. Men should pay higher taxes if they're over 30 and single, despite the fact that the entire Western culture around getting married and having kids has been set on fire with gasoline. It's exploding and it's destroyed beyond like recognition at this point, mostly by women. Like, did we not just read an article a few days ago about how women should remain single because a boyfriend is embarrassing? Like, I talked about that a few days ago. I think it was 3. Are we not in the pinnacle, the maximum girl boss culture right now, where a vast majority of women think that settling down and having kids or being trad in any way means they failed as a woman and it's cringe and it's stupid and nobody likes it and it's demeaning? Like, let me make sure I understand that part. Like, having kids and dating men in general is considered embarrassing and I'm putting parentheses around this, conservative. So we're not gonna do that, right? Like, that's the whole point. We're gonna actively not date because, oh my god, I hate men, blah, 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 blah. We hate men. And then because we refuse to date and have kids, men can't find a partner to settle down with, and then we're gonna tax them for it. Have we completely lost our fucking minds? Hello? Have we lost the plot? Have we just... I feel like I'm living in Crazy Town. We've lost the plot. Sweetie, they never had the plot. Sounds sane and totally not femcel to me. I just can't, man. And then what the and by the way, what the fuck is more money, more bitches incentive? This is written like a girl who dated a rich dude and then learned he has like 10 side girls and you haven't gotten over it yet. Like, why is it his fault? Why does the guy need to be punished and not the 10 gold diggers? Hello? And that's another point. It will actively make it easier for women to gold dig more wealthy men because there will be pressure for them to get married and settle down, and the women know that. Like, hello? Truly an extra top affordability issues when people will make people want to have kids? Yeah, people aren't getting clapped enough by the government with taxes. People are gonna run to the states that doesn't have a single tax. That's besides the point, though. Yeah, like, what are we doing, man? Yeah, boom! That'll solve birth rates. Boom! You're welcome. You're so dumb. Tax women every year they don't give birth. It would be more fair, yeah. If you want to tax men for being single, then yes, women should be taxed for every year that they don't have a baby by that logic. Like, we're all for equality, right? It is. We're fighting for equality. And on top of that, I just thought of this as well. This would also result directly in higher divorce rates and more single mothers and less happy relationships. Like, hear me out. Like, think about it. You're a dude, you're about to like turn 30, you're gonna get taxed because you're single, so this is gonna incentivize you to like settle or grab the first woman by the shoulders and be like, oh shit, we gotta get married, you know? To give you the time of day, right? Even if she's not the right girl, you're gonna pressure people to get married who either aren't ready for it or are doing it for the wrong reasons, which means like later down the line, they're gonna get divorced, they're gonna hate each other, and it's the child who has to suffer at the end of the day. Like, I wouldn't even support this if it said like tax women for being single over 30. Like, I don't think anyone should be taxed for being single because it pressures you to like make a decision that should happen naturally and organically. Just marry another single bro? Uh-oh. And if yours will push for more vasectomies because it's not fair that women have menopause and men don't. Yeah, vasectomies aren't like extremely expensive. I know that, I'm pretty sure getting your tubes tied is more expensive. Cause it's like in your, like, it's up in your tummy, in your organs, whereas like with boys it's more surface level. It's like up on the surface a little bit more. But anyway, I digress. If men over 30 pay a tax, then single moms over 30 pay double. Let's do this. That makes no sense. Single moms have kids to provide for, you idiot. Chad, who's up for tax evasion? Yeah, Chad starts marrying each other and be like, yeah, I don't want to get taxed. That's so naive and silly reasoning. Men wouldn't be single or non-achievers if the women were more feminine. Men in general need goals and motivations. They initially don't care about kids or getting settled. What men care about is achieving their targets and feeling loved. Okay, provide evidence for the following. Provide what could possibly falsify each statement. Explain why men in general need goals and motivation. Why don't think this is true for more men than women? What is your evidence? Bitch. It's literally programmed in men's DNA. They are more susceptible to doing innocuous tasks they are the ones going outside of the cave to hunt for food and dying for said food. Women are always put on the boats first. Men are thrown into war to meat grind. We've seen it with World War I and II and other wars since then. You are so stupid and disingenuous. You're a piece of shit. You're being retarded. I hate this fucking attitude. I don't even need to read on it. It's just like, I know she's trying to like verbal diarrhea back, but this guy's right, man. Another riveting game of femcel ideology, just rage bait. I think she's being genuine. I think she's being genuine because she's, holy shit, she's replying to everyone. Oh my god. Instead of that, we should remove property rights for all unmarried women over 30 so that unmarried men get married sooner. Why not only remove property rights from all unmarried men over 30? Jesus Christ. Blue chick farming? You think so? I don't know. I think she's dumb as fuck. I think she genuinely believes this. It may very well be farming, but still. I do think people think this unironically. No property rights equals no work. Fuck yeah, I don't want to work. Fuck that shit. Fucking working sucks. Yeah, being neat. I know you think this sounds smart, but damn, it's so unconstitutional. Before trying to make up new laws, run them through constitutional test first. I think I was being provocative. This is least a discussion. Why only men? Because ACC to men, they are the bottleneck. According to men. Bottleneck for what? Is she saying there's a... What? Men are the bottleneck for dating? They're not, though. There's a million men on dating apps. She's rage baiting? But it's women who do the picking? Yes, they're the ones who are picking, even more so now than before. No, women are the bottleneck because of their market? Yeah, exactly. It's about 50-50? Fuck no. Are you trolling? No. No, I think the statistics on Tinder and like other dating apps is that it's like for every 10 men there's like one woman, and even then it's probably a bot. Nah, that's crazy. No, it's definitely not. Women are the choosers, yes. It's like 1 in 10. Sure, so as long as start getting taxed the same way starting age 25, that's generous. By age 30, women only have 10% of their eggs remaining, and rates of miscarriage, Down syndrome, chromosomal abnormality, and complications occurs by 35. So starting to have blah blah blah. That can't work. You have to make the age limits the same. Even though men and women are biologically different, but okay, all right. Like, men can produce sperm pretty much up until they die. And women only have so many eggs, but they start producing them earlier because they start when they're like, you know, they hit puberty earlier than boys on average. Like, that doesn't... I'm gonna choke myself out. This is fucking stupid. This person literally doesn't understand biology. Like, science biology 101. That can't work. You have to make it different. Obviously, there should be a obese tax for all females over 18. For failing to be attractive for 30-year-old men and a government compulsory chastity belt fitted to all females that seek male company outside the family home. Honestly, obese tech is kind of funny, though. Don't they have that in Japan? The female? I thought I was gonna say female. I don't know why I said female. Yeah, the female home. Why not chastity belt for men? It's male promiscuity that is the problem. No. We saw that TikTok of that divorce lawyer who said that, like, both genders cheat equally in their own way. Women cheat. I've learned this from like TikToks and shit, women cheat emotionally, whereas men cheat physically. They might not get emotionally attached to the guy, or sorry, to the woman or the guy. I mean, I don't know, maybe you're into guys too, but they are more likely to cheat physically and then say like, I have no feelings for this person because I just wanted to get my rocks off. Whereas the woman, it's the other way around, and it's usually the more the long term. Yeah. How many OF girls are there again? Well, there's more OF girls than boys because it's the demand. This is stupid. How is it men's fault that it's harder than ever for some men to find partners? Okay, so only tax high bracket men extra. I just want people to think. What do you mean by high, though? Do you mean, like, anyone who earns more than, like, $50,000? Or people who are earning, like, $1 million? Only high tax bracket men, so she's implying that if you're a man with money, it should be easy to find a woman. Is this not outing yourself as a gold digger? Yes, she is. I think she sounds so ignorant. And she's kind of, like, pointing, like, you know, the light at herself. She's being a roach. I disagree with the tax, but yeah, definitely is a more money, more girls incentive, but no, not gonna fix the birth rate. Women are in control there, and the highest earners are men already married. Can I also just say that if women didn't start saying that you need to have like a certain amount of income before you even talk to them, this wouldn't be an issue. I remember in movies where you'd watch like people talking about dating or whatever, it was considered like rude to ask about religion, their ex-partners, and they're like, you can ask about the job, but you can't ask about income. You can't do that. It's rude. Like, maybe, like, you know, 3 to 4 months down the line and you're maybe, like, thinking about living together because you have to talk about that kind of thing. But, like, why? I thought it was considered rude. Why? Because it's cringe. It's really rude to ask someone about how much money they make. Is this graph real? It looks like it. Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. Data covered employed men and women with at least high school diploma. Wage and salary income. Employed men and women by marital setup. 2016. This is before COVID, by the way. It's pre-DEI graph. It's not valid now? I don't know. This is insane. Married men making $30,000 more on average at 40 than married women. And married women don't make that much more than single men and women. That's crazy. And then it falls off, obviously. So men peak around about like 40, 50. Gap between men is obvious. The gap between single married was crazy. Didn't expect that. I wonder why. I'd want to know the psychology behind it. But then again, this is from like, what? Almost 10 years ago, and it's only for St. Louis. The University of Minnesota Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. What's the sample size? In France, it works like that, and it certainly didn't improve the birth rate. Really? Can you send me more details or explain? Is this true? Does France have a single tax? No, it doesn't. I kind of want to Google it. Does France have a single tax? No, France does not have a single tax. Okay, although I don't know what the hell this person's talking about. What up, men over 30 wanted to be in a committed relationship and can't find a girlfriend wife? They pay more taxes too. They can lower their standards. Remember that video? Remember that video about, you know, 10 through 1, and it starts 10 at the top and then 1, and then on the other side it's women. So one side is men, the other side is women, and what they do is they talk about how women don't look down after a certain point, at a certain number of like, oh, if you're a 5, I won't even give you the time of day. And then men look at every single person or every single female and the lines are going all the way across the screen, whereas the other one it doesn't. And it's like, yeah, it's true. It's kind of true. I don't know, man. That's that audacity of this bitch to say lower your standards. Some women forget that they don't compete with other women, but also peace and freedom of being single. I think you should start by being happy with yourself over trying to desperately find someone to marry. And that's why I kept harping on about how being forced to like find someone to avoid taxes will result in more problems than people being single. Like, I don't know. I'm of the opinion that this shit is gonna sort itself out or we're gonna die out as a species. Yeah, because this goes across every gender, every race, like everyone under the sun. We're just gonna die out eventually. If this is gonna be like a thing, like, you know, skill issue. Yeah, I'm not trying to be a pessimist, but like eventually something's gotta give. You can't force it on people. We're cooked. I don't know. Result in a lot of traumatized kids. Yeah, imagine you, Timmy. Why didn't you mom and dad get married? Ah, because we didn't want to pay 50% taxes on being single. Oh, is that why you're divorced? Yep.
Fire, fire,